Hello, beautiful people of the world. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm talking about cicadas and why they are inspiring. And whenever you see them, you should feel good and happy because we're going to talk about that fun stuff today. So stick around. So let's talk about cicadas. Cicadas just came and went here on the east coast of America, and they come about every 17 years. So, what is a cicada? Cicada is just this insect that lives in the ground, and every 17 years it knows it's time to kind of wake up. They come, they crawl out of the ground, they get onto the trees, and then they come out of their shell, and then they're reborn, and they have wings, and then they're able to fly everywhere, and they also make kind of a lot of noise. So I'll show a little clip showing kind of what they sounded like. And so many people, when I ask them, hey, well, what is it like when the cicadas come? They're like, oh, it's terrible, and they're flying everywhere, and they're so loud and obnoxious. So I was preparing for some type of apocalyptic swarm of insects to be everywhere and destroy everything, but they weren't that way at all. And I knew so many people were like, cicadas are disgusting, and they land on me and it's nasty. And I kept thinking, is it really that bad? So, as they came, I realized cicadas are really inspiring and actually, motivating. And the skill and the thought I'm trying to pass on in this video today is when you see things in nature, perspective is everything. Perspective is everything, not even in nature, but all the things that happen in your life, right? When you get declined for, a job interview, do you ask yourself, hey, why is this the best thing that ever happened, and pull a positive out of there? Or are you just telling yourself, God, this is terrible, and, I'm a failure and everything? So two perspectives, two completely different outcomes, and two different mindsets. So when I would see the cicadas, you would see their shells everywhere. And these shells would be this copper kind of colored, essentially kind of just exoskeleton. And it's nothing. You can pick it up with your fingers and crumble it, and it's nothing. But what really blew my mind was whenever I saw these, I knew that the cicada had to shed this for it to be reborn and grow wings, and then now it can just fly. It can fly to the trees, which they do, and it flies to the top of them and starts making the sound to look for its mate. And it made me think, it's like a lot of us. We have all these bad habits and kind of bad parts of ourselves that we need to shed, and once we shed them, we can be reborn and essentially, take off more. So every time I would see this, I would always think about that, and it would be inspiring and it would lift me up versus seeing it and being like, oh no, there's more cicadas and they're gonna come get me or whatever. So I wanted to share that thought with you too, and what's also incredible about them is just the sound they make. They're extremely loud. And I wasn't ready for how loud it was, but when you go outside, it's like this undulating sound, and it shows you how when so many insects or people come together, they can create something beautiful. And the way it just sounded was, and I liked it. It was, I don't know, it was something cool. It just shows you how nature is kind of amazing and miraculous, and can do incredible things when people work together. So what I encourage all of you to do is be like the cicadas. They come out of the ground as pretty much these like worthless little insects that are just slowly crawling. They get to the trees, but once you shed that old self, shed your bad habits, shed the parts about you that you don't like, you can be reborn, you can have wings, and then you can fly and do what you want. And what I absolutely loved as well was when cicadas would come and land on me. I'm not exaggerating, because when cicadas fly and they land on you, they actually think you're a tree, because that's where they're going to find their mate, and then that's where they lay their eggs. So whenever a cicada would land on me, I wouldn't think, oh, this is disgusting. I was like, wow, this is a compliment, because trees are so amazing. Trees are the lungs of our planet. I mean, thank you, trees. We can breathe air and have this wonderful experience of life. So whenever they would land on me, I would be like, wow. Because, trees are so cool. They're diverse. They're beautiful. They give us shade during the summer. And, I would view it as a good thing, whereas most people are just freaking out like, get it off me. And then they just, they throw it. But again, if you use perspective and think about, wow, this is actually a good thing, it can make you feel better. It can improve your life. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you found this useful. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share it with others. I'd really appreciate that. And, have a wonderful day.